We have some exciting news to share today. Google has launched 2 new enhancements to increase flexibility within Google Docs. The 2 enhancements in Google Docs is to have the option of drop-down chips and table templates. Let's get started. Now that we're inside of Google Docs, let's first locate how to create and use these templates. First of all, you can go to the Insert menu, select Table, Table Templates, and you will see there are 4 templates available for you. The other option you can do is go to the Insert menu, Building Blocks, and select one of the templates below the horizontal line. The other option you have is you can create drop-downs as well, and that is under the Insert menu. Now that we know we can create templates and drop-downs from the Insert menu, I do want to remind you at this time that you can do similar things from the At menu. So if I go ahead and type in the At menu, you will see that you'll be able to use those same building blocks by using the Search menu or the At menu to select those options. Now let's look at these table templates in greater detail. Here's an example of a product roadmap. You have a table header, you have options to complete the table as shown, but notice in the status column, you have the option to select from a drop-down. Make note that you can always add or edit new options that might apply to your business needs. You also can add related files in this example. Just a reminder, you can use the At menu and it will bring up your Google Drive. So for example, if I wanted to add a related file in this particular cell, I could go ahead and search for that particular file from the At menu. And I can select from the drop-down. Then you can adjust the status by selecting the drop-down options and say in progress in this example. But keep in mind you can always customize this particular table to fit your needs. Now that we're in the review tracker, it's a slightly different layout. Gives you different options, different drop-downs to select from. In this case, you might want to use the search chips with the people chips, such as using the @ symbol and then searching your directory. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and search for Trainer 13 as she is the reviewer in this particular project. I can select her. And then I can actually adjust the status option in a different drop-down. Maybe this has been approved in this example. And again, you have the options to add or edit options. Let's look at the example of project assets. Now that I'm in the project assets, this is another example. Again, you can customize, but it gives you a sneak peek of what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and type the @ symbol. I'm going to pull up the file of a closeout report, and I can adjust the status to fit my needs. Let's look at the launch content tracker. In this example, we have a type of pre-launch and launch. And you can see that this is a more in-depth table with different options as a great template to use. So same concept. Again, you can use your people chips. You can do all sorts of different things. You can add a link to content by using the At menu and so much more. Today, I do want to remind you, this is the beauty of these templates. You can customize them to fit your needs. This is just a table, and the best way to adjust the table is always just choose right-click, and you'll see all the options that you can do to adjust this table. So you can now, if you have not seen the recent post, sort the table in ascending order. You can pin or unpin the header row. You can insert more rows and columns. Obviously, distribute rows and columns is choose B. And also, I want to make note, another great opportunity to use these tables is to insert a checklist. So I'm going to go ahead and by showing you how you can insert a column to the right or on the left, your choice, and I could say to do. And I can then insert in this particular cell a checklist by going up here and selecting checklist. And that is another way to track this item as well. Now I'm just going to focus a little bit more on the drop-down option. And I want to point out you can create your own drop-down. Maybe you would want to select and create your own drop-down. So you can easily do that by naming the drop-down that you select. Adjust your options as you see fit, and you can adjust the colors and etc. You can also drag and move them in a different order that fits your needs. You could also remove by clicking on the trash can. Once you've created that drop-down option, you can go ahead and click Save. Now that you've created that new drop-down, you can obviously insert it in your Google Doc where you have created that new drop-down. I'm going to go ahead and hit the @ start typing in drop-down, and you should see under drop-down the option of that new one I just recently created called New. Then you can adjust it if need be. Again, I strongly encourage you to check out the additional resources on this video posted below, and thank you for taking the time to learn more today.